Okay, another comment that we've had, not so much a question actually, but a comment that we've had. Now, normally we don't reply to people's comments, not unless they're asking us some specific question or commenting on something positive. We normally stay away from the negative comments, but there's a couple that we need to address. And this one, we can certainly put a positive spin on it, and that's what we would like to do. Somebody's commented that all golf swings should look the same and be the same. And we agree. I think mechanically that is exactly how it should be. But this person has taken a cosmetic look at the golf movement and not a mechanical one. Okay, so what do I mean by that? And before we go any further, by the way, some of the reasons I don't comment to the negativity isn't because I don't want to or get into an argument. It's not for those reasons at all. I feel that it's okay for people to have their opinion, but we are a facts-based company, which means we use science fact as evidence to drive what we do forward. So if someone's having an opinion on that, and they're perfectly entitled to do that, we really can't have a discussion because we're coming from two different angles and it really won't meet in the middle. Somebody having an opinion and somebody coming in with scientific fact, it isn't going to meet. All right, so this is why we don't comment. So it's not because we don't want to. We're certainly happy to comment to everybody. It's just that we feel there's no gain in this. We're happy to listen to your opinions and listen to your tips, and we'll explain those more later in another video. But we are a fact-based company. We look for scientific evidence to support our theories. Okay, so please keep that in mind. When we come across with stuff that we offer you, they're not tips, they're not our opinion, they are facts, and we back those facts up, okay, with the science. All right, we'll go into that one in another video. But we were asked that holding the palms up like this is nothing like what we do in a full golf swing, which is holding a club like this. Yes, and we agree with that. The thing is, though, we look at it from a mechanical point of view. Now, let's just do this very quickly because this one could get quite long. And we're happy to listen to your comments and your views on this, and we can answer those one at a time also once we receive them. But when we start to load up, if we look at what happens in a golf swing, we hinge and rotate the forearms. The question is, when does that happen? Well, we know for a fact that, and this is fact, that when the hands get beyond this rear thigh, then you'll start loading with the hands and arms. So in the smaller swings, there's really not a lot of joint mobility, or activity would be a better word, in the wrist and the elbow and the upper arm here and the shoulder. It's basically the upper part separating from the lower, and we load up that thoracic part first. Well, to make life easier, if you just turn your palms up like this, now both hands will fight against each other and it reduces the mobility quite dramatically. Now, it's very difficult for you to hinge your wrists or get that mobility started so early. So basically, we are already encouraging that thoracic rotation. So yes, you are right. And yes, we think there's a better way to view it. Yes, we are holding it differently. And yes, it does look differently, for sure. But mechanically, it does exactly the same thing, which creates the order of events in the body to accumulate and transfer energy. By the way, that's called a kinetic link. So we don't want to start with all this stuff, so early. We want to be more of this thoracic rotation. No, we're not saying that it's only thoracic rotation. I said we reduce the mobility in the joints of the hands and arms. We don't stop it. Again, it's important to have that kinetic link. So you've got to be able to have some movement in the hands and arms. We're just reducing it quite dramatically, maybe 80, 90%. So to answer that question, yes, we look different, but on a mechanical point of view, no, it is still along the same structural lines as a full golf swing. We're keeping the kinetic link in a specific order, and we're influencing the order by the way we hold it. So I hope that's answered your question or answered the comment, if you like. Like I said, we want to turn this around and have a positive spin on it. We're not going to say, no, you're wrong, because you are right. Your opinion was it looks different, so therefore it is. Not 100% right. It looks different, so therefore what are we trying to achieve, which is getting the kinetic link working in the correct order. It certainly influences that. Anyway, thanks again. I think those comments are quite cool, and we'll be addressing more of them as we go along.